Hi everyone, this is Karen, entrepreneur and founder of Quiet Mountain Wellness, author of It's Time for a U-Turn, creator of the Healing Project, a United Voice for Healing, and I'm also a yoga products designer. So welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about the art of listening within. And I really don't want to talk a lot today because what I'd like to do is to give you actually an experience of this. I think sometimes this sense of listening within can feel confusing. It feels maybe a little esoteric. We hear things like follow your intuition or listen to your gut. Or listen to your heart, and maybe to some of us that doesn't really feel very familiar. It doesn't always feel accessible either. So it's really important for us, again, especially in the times that we live, where there's a lot of chaos and confusion. We often lose sight of our own voice and can be drawn into some of the stronger voices that are out there right now. So we always want to stay true to ourselves because, that's really the space from which we are the most authentic. And I think I could be bold enough to say that most of us would like to live as the authentic person that we were meant to be. So let's look at this idea of listening within. So what I'm going to do is ask you to just sit up nice and straight and tall and close your eyes. And then once there, just take a few rounds of breath, nice and smooth. Inhale and exhale, taking your time, especially on the exhale, slowing and smoothing the breath. Okay. So what I'd like you to do now is think about what you purchased on your grocery list 3 weeks ago. And the answer can't be, I don't remember. So just really think, closing your eyes, just really think, what was on that grocery list 3 weeks ago? Just take a few more seconds here, finishing up. Okay. So when you're ready, open your eyes, and I want you to take a moment to remember where you experience that sense of thinking about your grocery list. Now, when I think about my grocery list, this is the area that I feel is activated. My mind. It's mental activation, and it's definitely active, right? Because we're trying to remember things. So that's where I feel that sense of remembering when I think about my grocery list. Okay? So now, close your eyes again. And this time, what I'd like you to focus on is just imagine that somewhere within your body, you need to hear a pin drop. So I want you to keep your eyes closed and listen as if you are listening to hear a pin drop. Okay. Again, slowly open your eyes. Now, when you listened for the pin drop, did you feel that same energy of activation in your mind that you did when you were thinking about your grocery list? Probably not. Perhaps you even noticed that the direction of your awareness was more deeply within your body. Okay? You may also have noticed that there wasn't as much activation, that it was more of a suspension of your awareness, more the suspension of the energy of observation, right? Almost like sometimes, where I live, there's a lot of deer around. And they do other things besides eat all my flowers, but that's another story altogether. They tend to run across the road often, especially in the fall. And, there's those moments where it's like that deer in the headlights, right? It's that suspended animation, just suspense, quiet, full presence, suspended in observation, right? Before that deer can hear the gut instinct, which tells it to run, okay? So again, this is something that we can create within our own selves, this listening within. So if you're trying to hear your inner voice and you're feeling that energy of activation in your mind, right, like that grocery list experience, then it's easier for you to understand that maybe your thinking mind is still activated and is still trying to give you the answer, rather than suspending yourself in just awareness, in that presence, and waiting for that pin drop, right? And waiting for the answer to come. So I hope that this simple exercise has given you just a little bit more information, and maybe the next time that you're looking to listen within, you'll think about this and feel a little bit more successful, because after all, life is greater when you are more deeply connected to your essential self. And I hope that you will find your way there a little easier. I hope that this was helpful today. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up or share. Consider subscribing to my channel. Or again, if you're interested in learning a little bit more about what I do, please visit the website, quietmountainwellness.com. I invite you to do that anytime. Thank you again so much for your time and so much for joining me today.